Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's the name of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's Brother Qataz Bala. Today's topic is you're going to be hated. This topic is come up just because of just seeing all the different things that are going on right now, and how close to the end we actually are. Looking at all the different plagues and pestilences, all the different things that are going on in the earth, the rumors of wars. You can see that this devil Esau is slowly trying to implement his agenda, his plan, and and that agenda and plan is directly opposite and adversarial, satanic towards the Most High and His children. And whenever we go and we're out on the highways and the byways and we're teaching this truth, we are enemies of the state. We are a glitch in the matrix, because Esau understands and knows that by the truth going out and spreading the way that it has been spreading so rapidly, that it's going to continue to just through the spirit destroy his kingdom. We don't even physically have to do anything. All we're doing is coming back to the law, statutes, and the commandments as Israelites. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in these prophecies, and teaching our people to repent. And by us doing that, it's automatically destroying His kingdom. But a lot of our people that are within our own families and friends, when we're giving that message to them, they look at us like as we're just complete enemies, So, but let's we'll start here. Let's start at Luke 21:16. And you shall be betrayed by both parents, brethren, kinfolks, and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. Right. So when it comes down to it, our own family members are going to turn on us. Just think if you're on the run and you're like, man, I told my mom I'm going to X, Y, and Z because, they after me. You're more likely your mom is going to be the one that's going to give you up. You told one of your close friends in the world that, that you were going to be going to this particular place, and the powers that be came and knocked on his door and he gave you up. And some people in the truth too. Very, very possible. Some, you look at what happened with Judas, he gave up Yahweh Shai. So we have to make sure that we're circumspect and understand the things that are going on during these times, and ultimately knowing that these things are possible. Balancing it all out through the guidance of the Most High, wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of our times, right? As pursuant to Isaiah 33:6. So let's hit Galatians. Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? People act like because you're telling them the truth that you are 100% their enemy, and what is the truth? What is the truth? Just to bring that together. Psalms 119, 140, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. The law is the truth. So literally, us teaching the law, statutes, and commandments, the prophecies, teaching our people who their enemies are, who their arch nemesis is, and when I say our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of indigenous descent, letting you know that Esau, the so-called white man, is your arch enemy, right? Letting our people know that we are completely separate. We're supposed to be completely separate from all the other nations on the earth. We're not supposed to be holding hands and joining hands with the heathen, with non-Israelites. Telling our people all these different things. Put down the pork, the crab, the shrimp, the lobster. Quit being a gossip. Stop killing your brother. Quit holding grudges against your people. Forgive that person. All these different things that we have to go through. Stop sleeping with your neighbor's wife. A white Jesus is the devil. Start just telling our people all these different things. That's the truth. They hate us. I mean, you look at the amount of people that you tell that you're an Israelite, they automatically look at you like you're the worst thing ever. They're more accepting of the fact that the white man was the slave master and trying to go back to him to get everything. Although we know that these are curses, they're more accepting of that than the things that they're going to get out of repenting and coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments, and serving the Most High in truth and sincerity. So, but for us, understanding that we're in the truth, and especially for brothers who are teaching on the highways and the byways, we have to just take it. That little bit of affliction that we have to deal with people absolutely hating us. It's our job. It comes with the territory, and we'll take it. For Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let's hit James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship with the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of Yahweh. And what does that word enmity mean? That word enmity, the word enmity is, goes into the hostility or hatred. So really, these people that claim to dislike us and say that we're teaching hate and everything else, they actually hate the Most High. They don't really hate us. They hate the fact the Most High wrote this story the way that he wrote it. And the fact that we're doing his will and just letting them know what it is. Which is so crazy, because the so-called white man has tried to hide this information, forever. And they don't try to hold him accountable for hiding the information. They try to become our enemies because we're actually telling them the truth. It's just crazy. Let's hit John 17 and 14. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Right? So when Yahushua gave the word out to the disciples, of course, through the Spirit, gave the word out to us also. And when that word was given, and because we teach and we preach that word back into the earth, this is how the world absolutely despises us and hates us, because we're literally not of the world. When I say we're a glitch in the matrix, for people to see us and see how we hold ourselves and conduct ourselves whenever we are walking in righteousness, it is just it's the oddest thing ever. I know just for me personally, for family and friends, it's the weirdest thing ever. As long as I've been in the truth, going on 6 years now, it's the weirdest thing ever for them to have known me before and to see me now, and they understand that this is an absolute way of life for this man right here, and for his family, But if that book opens up and a conversation happens, and you point out and show something in the book they've never seen before, they're ready for an argument, ready for a fight. My responsibility is to give the information at the right time, whatever the Spirit is on me to have that conversation with somebody. We know when we're on the streets, the Spirit lets that word go out, and whoever is supposed to draw in, it draws in. And if they get cut by it, they get cut by it. The spirit will bring in the person who needs to be brought in, but it's also marking a lot more people in the streets for destruction than what it is, from to being saved from destruction. So we know 2/3 of our people are just not going to get it. But just be circumspect and understand that these times that are ahead, that it's going to be a lot more people than just who we know, the powers that be that are going to dislike us. It's also going to be our family and our friends, right? So, and potentially some of your brothers. Let's go to Romans. Romans 8:7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. The carnal mind doesn't follow the truth, doesn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's basically just going into you not being in the spirit. You're in the flesh, right? When we walk in the spirit, and it tells you in Romans that the law is spiritual. When we walk in the spirit, walk in the law, statutes, and commandments, that's our light, right? That's the truth. This thing is something that it rubs people the wrong way. It absolutely, just think about it. It rubs people the wrong way to know that you're getting your life together. To know that the book that they've had inside of the churches for all these years, that Big Mama, swore she lived by, right? You've actually picked it up, decided to read it, and understood that it literally told you to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. And it shows you that your people are the Israelites. Something that Big Mama never taught you. But if it came down to it, and somebody had to follow, and put their, need information as far as how can I be saved, and they go to Big Mama gonna make him a pork plate, gonna tell him, baby, all you got to do is pray over this, and tell the Lord that you love him, and he gonna say he love you, and you gonna be saved. And people like that conversation because it makes them feel like it's warm and fuzzy, and it's just the fact that they don't have to do anything. And that's just the lie. That's Satan's lie. Is the fact that you don't have to do anything. Our job is to blow the trumpet. It's to warn our people, and we can't be concerned with the fact that they may dislike us, even if it is your own family members, right? Let me hit Isaiah. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Coming into the truth, I heard this verse 1,000,000 times, right? And just to sit back and just to think about it, this is one of those, you can say like a milk scripture, right? But this is literally what we have to do. We have to, that crying aloud and being that trumpet is warning the people. We have to show them where they've gone off, right? And we're showing the Israelites, that's Jacob, what sins that they've been a part of throughout the course of their life, whether they knew about it or whether they didn't know about it, right? Because when it comes down to it, we're going to go to Salakia. We'll hit what I want. We'll go to Ezekiel 33, and when it comes down to it, we have to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, and a part of it is we were told to go to, as men, to go to the highways and byways and to teach this word, and what comes along with it is going to be that hatred and people not thinking highly of you all the time. So, but I'm gonna read this in the NLT. But if the watchman sees the enemy coming and doesn't sound the alarm to warn the people, He is responsible for their captivity. They will die in their sins, but I will hold the watchman responsible for their deaths, right? So if we don't warn the people as the Most High commanded, the men to actually warn the people, and something happens to, those people, then it's our responsibility because we didn't warn them. So the enemy that's going to come in, we got to think. The enemy that's going to be coming in like a flood on our people is going to be Esau. He's going to roll on our people. And when you look at this in the KJV, Salakia, but the watchman see the sword come. What's the sword? It tells you the wicked is the sword, right? And we just read before, lift up your voice like a trumpet. So we have to be diligent in warning our people, even if they don't like it, right? Let's go to Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So we warn our people and say, man, listen, this particular dragon right here, so-called Esau, he is going to turn and flip on our people because we're keeping the commandments, teaching the law, statutes, and commandments. We're teaching about the prophecies, breaking down the prophecies, showing what's going on, right? And we have the testimony and the faith in Yahweh Shai. And because we're teaching what the Bible says about him, what he looks like, who he came for, he didn't come to do away with law, all these different things that are complete opposite of what Esau has put out in the world, then we're going to be hated. But we're going to be hated because we teach this. Esau is going to try to shut that up. Esau is going to try to completely shut down the agenda. In a family of the word is going to come. YouTube, seeing brothers on the street corner is not going to be there. So all these people that have hated us and despised the things that we've said for so long, it's going to come to a point in time where they're going to want that information and they can't get it. All we can do is continue to put it out there right now. It's going to be on them, blood on their own hands because they didn't take heed to the warning, right? Let's hit Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right? We gotta blow that trumpet. The day of the Lord is coming quickly. He's like a thief in the night, right? It's going to sneak up on our people so fast. And to be honest with you, this past year and a half, it snuck up on people. We've been constantly in looking at news headlines and everything else, paying attention to the words people have during press conferences, looking at the geopolitical landscape, so forth and so on, and being circumspect and putting this information back out for our people, and they just completely take it for granted. They take it for granted. They just make it seem like that, oh man, y'all just conspiracy theorists, conspiracy nuts. That's just what y'all are. But all the stuff that we've been saying, and it's not because we made it up, but it's because it's sitting right here inside of the Word of the Most High, and we've given that information out to our people freely. May I add, they hate it because it's true. It's the truth, and because of the truth, we become people's enemies, right? Let's hit. But this is not anything that's new with our people. Our people have always been this way, even in the ancient world. Right? They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. For brothers that rebuke in the gates, and the gates are the streets. Just think, you a wicked Black, Hispanic, or Native American, or someone who descends through your father's lineage, from one of those lineages, from one of those particular lineages, and you hear and see 5 camps. When you go walk downtown, you're like, dang, every time I turn the corner, it's another camp. It's just like in the garden, Adam and Eve, hearing the voice of the Most High, within the trees. Basically, like at every turn, they heard the Most High. They was getting rebuked and cut. Our people get rebuked and get cut just by hearing it. You don't have to directly even say anything to them, But I mean, it's our job, it's our responsibility, and we take on that responsibility, and on behalf of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, we do that for our people and for Him, right? Let's hit one more. Go to John 8:32. And it reads, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Right? So when it comes down to it, our people have to be shown the truth and know the truth. And some of them are going to understand that once they get this truth. I know whenever I got the truth, although I got it, it was sweet, and then you go through your bitter stage because you see all the things that have happened to your people and the change that you have to make in your life. Then you become fearful, that the Most High is going to kill you for being wicked, but when it's all said and done, then you can take a look at all the different things that are going on, and now your mind is free. So first your mind becomes free, and then we physically become free once the elect is sealed, and Yahweh Shai is sent back to redeem us and take us back to our land, right? And we have the faith that it's going to happen the exact way that it's written, thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So, just a little encouragement for brothers, just to continue to keep pushing that word. If you're going through things where friends and family, are just hounding you or on your back, and sometimes you just feel like that you don't have you don't have as close a ties to people as you once did. Hey, be prepared, because it's only going to get worse. And don't put too much stock into the people that are around you, that are in the world, because they're going to turn on you. When it's all said and done. Keep your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And wisdom and knowledge be the stability of your time. So with that, you call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.